across the stage. Tell them niggas get out the way. Minnie, are you okay? Minnie, are you okay? Wait. Minnie, Draco, Minnie, AK. Minnie, are you okay? Minnie, are you okay? Wait. Moonwalk across the stage. Tell them niggas get out the way. Minnie, are you okay?
Hip Hop Seattle Podcast, episode 12. You rocking with Cal Nadi.
It's your boy, Mr. I Def, Henry 100K.
We got a special guest.
Special guest, your boy, J Battle, a.k.a. Qreepz,
Yup.
a.k.a. Murcii Miller in the building.
Yup.
Round of applause for the boy, man.
Hey, thank you. Pleasure being here. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming to the program, man.
For sure. If you're wondering where we are in Studio Sage in Edmonds. Beautiful Studio Sage.
I was shocked that the sign was outside, like, oh, here's a studio right here. It was like, I would never do that if I had, like,
oh, shit.
You know what I mean? It just feels like, it's like, pull up to the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, pull up. We're here.
This is a pretty safe neighborhood.
Very safe, and we promote positivity.
Today, first off, I want to shout out Skip. He's been doing the bumps for us, those little cool TV little edits for the gram.
Yep, the promo, what's it called? What do you call? What's the official name for that? Just the promo reel clip, or just I don't know. He does the art, but it's real dope, man.
The advertisements.
So, shout out to Skip.
Yeah, putting in work.
Shout out.
Check out his Instagram. You got the Instagram handle?
We'll probably add it in.
We gonna put the Instagram.
It's gonna appear on the screen.
Description.
Yeah, you'll see it on the screen right now.
Man, Skip.
So my G, just first to start off, I want to ask.
How was your guys' day?
Damn.
Our
How
day.
was that?
That's the first.
Oh, that's
man.
the flip.
How was your day, Cal?
My day's been pretty good, man. I got off work. Didn't get into too much traffic on the way here, you know.
Okay.
I'm in a good mental space. What about you?
I worked today, kind of beat, but feeling good though. Once I get in the studio, I have a whole new the adrenaline. I just feel, I feel instantly good. So
refreshed.
I'm good today. I didn't get any traffic either, just straight. Feel me? So no
Damn.
complaints. Ain't no complaints. You feel me?
Yeah, it's perfect. Like that.
Well, all right.
But yeah, so yesterday went to the we had the chance to go to
Yeah, we had a chance to go
event.
to. Shout out to MKF.
Shout out Louis, the whole gang, man.
It was a silent listening party. Tell them what that is, Henry.
So yeah, we're out in Tacoma. They had a silent listening party is All Star Vintage is the clothing spot. Really dope spot, a lot of dope gear and stuff. So they had the headphones all synced up and everything. And they had this whole situation where once you put the headphones on, you can still feel the bass and shit.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. You could
hear
feel
the music in the headphones. It's just hard.
Was that like a speaker or was that in the headphones?
No, it was you were hearing the music, the whole song in the headphones, but you're feeling the bass and the low end and shit.
Was that from like a separate speaker?
Yeah, if you took your headphone off, you can hear that shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you had both on the whole time, but
yeah, I was tapped
Was
in.
it is silent disco or something?
No, it's like they play music and they were playing music and stuff the whole time. There's food and drinks
Unreleased
and stuff.
music. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but it was only everybody had headphones on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the last hour, then you put the headphones on, and then you're all listening to unreleased stuff. All sounded fire, you feel me?
Yeah, that music sounded crazy, man. When y'all hear it.
Shout out to Louis, the Driver record. I think he played. That was one of the last records he played.
Yeah.
That shit goes hard, and it's still on the rise. Videos out and everything.
Yeah, y'all go check that out.
Hell yeah! Shout out MKF, man. Got the shirt right here. You feel me? So repping, appreciate you.
That Mafia D and G Baby video.
Video by
Young Tada.
Young Tada with the visuals, man.
See, I've been serving all day, but I never been no waiter. We got chops that hold lots, got skills in a bowl with the scraper. I ain't never been no hater. I've been cooking in the kitchen like a baker. Steady chasing all this paper. I've been up all night like a gangster. I've been up all night chasing after blues. She told me when she finally get next to me, she gon' give me the blues. And I kick you out my life, you can't abide by the rules. Somebody sent you to ruin my life, bitch, I'm not a fool. Don't play with me, no bitch, don't play with me. Can't get your way with me, they chasing me. The feds is chasing me, I think they framing me. Who came with me, I got that thing with me.
That shit's super hard, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be the summer
I like
jam,
what
man.
I saw.
Yeah.
Definitely the hook's very infectious and the verses and everything, it all comes together. It's very cohesive. It sounds good. And I feel like it's just definitely gonna be one of those records for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be on a lot of people's playlists and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think it's dope vibes, man. I have no nothing to say about that shit.
Yeah. I like how versatile Mafia D continues to show himself on all these records that he's dropping.
Definitely on fire. I think he really just hit the ground running. He's just, record after record, and he's everywhere. So shout out to Mafia D.
And G Baby been very consistent with his songs and his visuals. They all been very high quality.
That's the first time I ever heard of him or heard his music, and that was a really good first impression. That's the first thing I seen or heard from. That was real dope. Yeah. So off the rip, it was real dope. Especially your whole look and everything. I feel like it's the movement going on.
It's on locks, ready to blow.
It's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Package in the middle. Yeah. Get it, man. So,
what you think about the video?
Oh yeah, I got a chance to peep it right before we started. Shit was dope.
Yeah,
they got their squad looks filthy too. They make, what I'm saying, that's a huge part of having a good video.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't have weird people in your video that shouldn't. They look like they shouldn't even be in the video, but all his people look solid. They had the little chick in there too, and I liked it.
I just gotta say though, that watch is fucking crazy, man.
Thanks, man.
Qreepz watch game is always wild. It's gotta compliment that shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
man. Pay attention. Don't waste your time.
I'm rarely out the house, so
out the house. Yeah.
I figure I'd try to dress up for the occasion.
We appreciate that. Yeah.
You ever be out in the South End, like Tacoma area, to be doing gigs and stuff? How do you feel about that whole area? Do you feel like it's a place you get love, or do you feel like it's a place that different? Is it different from like Seattle venues? Like, what is like your opinion about like?
Yeah. I've been I've performed up that way at the one joint. I forget the name of it. It's like one of their bigger Jazz Bones. I've been to the little Jazz Bones. I've been to the other underage joint, the under 21 joint, little club, though they do like performances and stuff. I forget the name of that one too. But
that's what's up.
But yeah, the it seems like everybody's a little more. I don't know. People don't really to me, they don't really wild out a lot out that way. They like enjoy the show, and I think it's just because like there's a different kind of a code going that south. Like you kind of don't start stuff at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not in Seattle. It's like it's everybody is coming from every different north, south, everywhere. Like so Capitol Hill can get messy because it's a lot of different types of people. But if you're in Tacoma, you're from Tacoma. Most of the time.
It's like its own state.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I also don't know for sure, but that's what it feels like. Whenever I go out to Tacoma, it's like cats just be there to kick it and do their thing or whatever. And like I've never really never seen a whole lot of static or nothing like between people or nothing like. I mean, outside there's always shit go down, but but it's like it seems more chill. People seem like they just really want to have a good time.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
That's good energy. Good space.
But you be all over the place doing gigs. Like, what you have a favorite spot? Like, what's been your best?
Man,
like,
the hill, man, is my home. Or has been for the last 9 years. The hill really, just like that whole block, Havana, Q, therapy, shit, just all that. Like, I never was a big fan of like Pioneer Square, but if I had to say it, I really do prefer Capitol Hill because like. I just feel at home there. Like everyone knows me up that way. Mario's. I'm getting a free slice. You know what I'm saying? Drinks. I get Rhino Room and stuff. Everybody shows love up that way. Okay. Grimm's and everything. The upstairs joint up there, the Woods and shit. So I feel like there because like that's where people know me.
Okay.
So like,
are you fucking with Fremont?
Fremont, man, Fremont. Yeah. So as an artist. I got hands, bro. As an artist, like rapping and then like performances and stuff, I have to give it up to Fremont, man. Like Nectar Lounge, like really put on for
shout out to Nectar.
Hey, really, I was in my first group. Yeah, Mario, Swerve actually, DJ Swerve One put me and my my homie Leech on our first show when we were in Grand Rapids as a group. So
shout out Swerve One,
bro. I got mad love back when 100%. It was the White Rabbit was down there. But yeah, man, High Dive, Nectar, fucking. We had some slices at the ballroom.
The ballroom,
yeah, ballroom
slices,
solid, yeah, I fuck with Fremont, man. I fuck with Fremont. There's the spot Woodski's over there. That was one of my first gigs where I was like DJing. Yeah, and it was called Sinners and Saints back in the day. Yeah, man, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what's up. I mean, we got a little bit. Is there any love for Ballard spot? There wasn't Ballard now. What the fuck going on? Because Balmar's not there anymore.
It was like Jones, and it was like the Belmar.
Is it Belmar or Balmar? What the fuck was it even called?
It's Balmar. It's like Balmar, like Ballard, Balmar.
Oh shit.
You know?
That's weird.
Balmar. So I would call it the Belmar.
That better not be it.
Bro, Ballard. Bro.
Somebody thought about that. I was like, yeah, just put
Balmar. That's what I
that's
think,
kind of
man.
corny. It should have something better than that.
Yeah, so I was there for a while, and then Cedar Room in the shelter.
Oh,
I DJ at Cedar Room now,
I'm tripping,
too.
man.
So in the shelter, I was there for a couple years, I think. So
Shelter, yup. Held it down over there.
I fuck with all them guys up there. There's a lot of shit going on over there, really. Like
is.
that stretch, you know.
Mm-hmm. Cal, where do you go, bro? Like, talk about like places that people can go, like in just anywhere. If you want to go for a good time, whether you want to see a show, get some good food, like what's a good spot? People, we got to talk about that, you know. Where do you kick it?
Like a
hookah
show?
lounge or just anything, fam? Like, just where should people go for a good show or just some good food in the town?
I'm not really a recommended kind of guy because for whatever reason, when I recommend something that I really like, people have terrible experiences.
Man, say that.
And they always come and tell me afterwards, and I'm like, how? And I go back the next time, and I still have a bomb ass time.
Yeah. That fuck you up. You like,
I'm like,
you can't have nobody no one wants to come with you either because you be like, you don't want to go eat alone.
Yeah,
but then you be like, damn, niggas really don't fuck with the pho joint like that though. The one I like.
Yeah.
You know? Let's just keep it 1,000 though. Pho bok. Okay, I haven't had the pho because I don't really rock with pho like that. I haven't been put on like that. Is it pho bok? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect anybody's culture.
It's pho bok.
Is it pho bok?
I think so.
Is that a spot?
Yeah, but the chow mein.
Oh,
why
the chow mein?
Why?
Why is there chow mein there?
I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. But the pho is apparently really good and it's a respected spot. I'm just gonna say chow mein, bro.
What's wrong with the chow mein?
Bruh, top ramen noodles, bro. Like top ramen.
That's what they used.
They use the top ramen noodles. I ain't going in on him like that. I'm just gonna say the chow mein. Okay. But the Shell gas station on Beacon though with the catfish.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody knows about that.
That's the spot, bro. Like I literally, I'm gonna say,
me on to that.
Yeah, I live around there. I won't tell you exactly, but I live right around there area. And bro, I've been there for 9 years, man. The Red Apple up that way, and then the Shell. Yeah, if we're talking like late night, like on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I know the times. 12, 6, and 2 a.m. That's when they get the fresh stuff out the fryer. That's the moment.
That is the moment.
Pull up 12.
Oh, so wait, you know exactly when they pull it out the fryer.
Yeah, dude.
And this is a consistent thing.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, man,
like,
this guy
and I got 9 years. I've been variables, bro. I've been studying it.
This nigga's calling in like, hey, so you just pulled out the
I
fryer.
really got the bro's number in here right now.
Dead serious.
If it's after 2 and I hit him before 2, he'll buy me whatever and then just like have it for me and I can come and swoop. I promise.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I won't give his name out, but
customer service.
Yeah,
this nigga's the goat, man. Just walk.
Bro,
people know.
It's not even me though. It's just it literally is the people that I just been here for so damn long, bro. I've been up there for considering most people were born here and shit. Like they'd be like, "Oh, nigga, you really 9 years, bro, ain't shit." But no, like really 9 years though. Like
it is a long time though. If you're really
10
like
years, damn near.
Yeah.
At the end of this year, it'd be like 10 years.
Give it the dime. Fuck it,
bro. Man.
Round it up.
The Safeway or the QFC isn't open 24 hours no more. But I got that homie's number. I can hit him and he'll let me in the store.
That's
after.
I see. Look at that shit, man.
For real.
That's that face
what
card.
What other artists in the town have that kind of respect like that where you just, hey, man.
Food
and everything is just taken care of.
Just being a nice person. These motherfuckers are cool people, man.
Talk about it.
Every time I see them, I always say hi. I'm always, good spirits
cordial.
when I'm around them and shit. So then, they offered it to me. Like, that was, I'm not,
Let's segue off to that. That's a great thing to talk about, actually. So, as an artist, it can't just purely be about the music and the product. It's also about the individual. So, do you feel like there's a certain way? I want you to start on this, Cal, first. But I feel like, is there a certain way to carry yourself or a certain way you got to treat people to get to a certain place, or do you just feel like you just have to be a normal person, whatever? Or do you feel like sometimes this music can also consume people where, you weren't raised this way, but then you're in this field where almost like sense of entitlement sometimes, and it has, what do you think that an artist needs to do? I guess the basic question is how does an artist need to carry themselves, do you think?
Well, like music for a lot of people, it being you could say their talent or what they consider their talent, and just think about what talent gets people in any aspect of life. If you're like a basketball player and you're really good at basketball, people think that their talent itself is what people gravitate to, and regardless of how they treat you. There's a lot of stories of Michael Jordan treating people terribly. Chameleonaire got a good story about Michael Jordan disrespecting him. And it's just like, for what? Just because a lot of people like what you do, you think that removes you from you being a human, removes you from his equal playing field where like we talk to each other regular. For a lot of artists, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'll say the artists that aren't as smart, or maybe the artists that aren't thinking as long term in their career, they may catch a hot song and they may be very talented. A lot of people fuck with their music, and then that they let that get to them. So now when I got a promoter here trying to give me an opportunity, or I got people in the DMs trying to help me out and put me in a better position, I'm talking to them. I'm talking down to them. I'm talking to them like, oh, you need me. Oh, you want to do cover art for me, or you need me to do something for you. And they're gonna talk to you like demeaning, or talk to you in a way where this is not how business is done. And a lot of artists kind of let that interfere. And then so you can see the greats, the artists that are greats, they either had a team around them that handled that, and they just let the artist be like a wild, reckless motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know how Wayne treated all interviews in this, but he had a team around him that like, it's cool. All right, move over here, hit this, go to this club appearance, do this. Well, when you got a team around you, you don't have to really worry about that. But when you're just the artist yourself, or if you're not as talented, you can still get to pinnacles and not be as talented. There's artists right now that we hear on the radio all the time. They're not as talented. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Kid Ink, but I never found him to be as a talented artist. He's a good songwriter. He's good at putting catchy songs together, but I always found his songs to be underwhelming. But he was good at what he did, and that's why he was always on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. So I'll even make it simpler than that. I was even saying things like I feel like people will rock with you just off of you just saying hi to them. You meet,
most
you know what I mean?
Dude,
just simple as that.
I think really it's just we expect normal people to be normal people. Like, be normal when I see you.
Exactly.
I show respect to everybody I see. You know,
Most
I don't ever disrespect nobody. Like, so I think like as a person, you should just do that. Be normally. And then as an artist, this is where I turn it a little bit. Is I think, bro, like if you're the drugged out, the guy, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck, whatever. You should be like that as character. Be in character. I would like for you to be an asshole if that's what you are. But some people can't tell the difference. I can't. I can tell the difference. I'll be like, okay, I see he's on stage, he's doing his thing, or he's at his show and he's doing his thing. Yeah. But if I see him out or whatever, he's a normal cat. But I think sometimes people, what I've noticed about some of the people I've met over, artists and stuff, is that because they'll open up in the studio or whatever, and they'll be normal, but then I'll see them out and they'll cool guy me sometimes.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I get it though, because like, it's a character.
Do you get that?
I understand it now. I didn't at first.
Privately fucking with different. Somebody and publicly being weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Common.
Yeah. But I mean, it usually is at their shows and stuff. That's when it is.
Motherfuckers
be nervous too, though.
I can't. I don't let that
everywhere, bro.
Yeah, I don't. For me, I don't let that kind of shit fly.
Hell no.
You can't be fraudulent,
bro. Yeah, Safeway. We're in the bread aisle. I'm not in artist mode, bro. It doesn't need to be like. I'm this guy, and wherever the fuck I'm at, you just gotta like, you know what I mean? Nah, fam, like what the fuck? I understand being on the stage. If you're on the stage, you're full artist mode now. You are now taking your talent on a stage where you are that artist.
Right? I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying that I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that I understand it.
You understand it.
Like I get
but
it.
But the cool guy part though, like
I mean, I get it. I mean, like if anybody was like, I don't go home and go, what was the reason? Why would he do something like that?
Okay, I feel you.
And I'm just like, that's weird. Why would he do that? It's like, no, I get it. Motherfuckers be in character, and sometimes you can't break that character. People have social anxiety and
that's
shit.
True.
Motherfuckers be, I see people that I'll see them in the parking lot, and we'll be going to the same store, and then these are people I've seen. I won't, say names, but like people just like act like they don't see me and shit. Like, it's like because they probably just don't want to talk to nobody that they know. They might be in a vibe or mood.
Yeah,
I get it.
Like, yeah, I understand it. I mean, no one's ever just been like, blatantly been like, who are you, nigga? Like, I don't know who you are. I mean, that doesn't happen like that. That you know what I'm saying? But literally, it'd be like they just be like, oh yeah, what's up, whatever. But like,
for me, I don't even like talking to people. Like, The people that I know already know that. So I didn't see people in public. I'm just gonna give you a nod of acknowledgement. That's it. I don't want to ask you how your day is, none of that.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm out here trying to get business done and trying to do something.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not trying to talk to you either. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking to people, I'm like, y'all know what you're like trying to dodge the situation for. I really don't want to talk to you either.
Yeah, but for me, I'm gonna let you know. You know, you can kind of tell by my body language. If you're trying to come here and say what's up, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good. I got something to hang, but it's good seeing you. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna build. You know, some people.
It's usually the same shit though.
It's funny because it's the same shit from elementary school. Like from when you were a little kid, the people that behave in that way are just the people that aren't memorable to you, the people that you don't even care for. So you project that into the artistry. If you're that type of person that I didn't care for as a person, I'm not giving a fuck about your music. Your music can be good, but congratulations.
Have you ever, not rocked with somebody, like you just don't fuck with somebody, but the music good?
But
can you name a couple artists?
Music is good?
You fuck with their music, don't fuck with them.
I could think of one. He was a Caucasian artist from Atlanta.
He said Caucasian.
And I'm trying to keep it cordial. We got some fellas in the
Caucasus Mountains.
He's from the
I
Caucasus
think the
Mountains.
white people would actually be mad about that. Like, bro, we're white people, bro.
I say white. He's a white dude from Atlanta. Music was like a bunch of trap Turner music, and then he always kept talking about like black women in all his music. So I'm over here checking this shit out, like, yo, this shit's cool. The beat's hot, and over here like, I'm chilling with them black girls, and I just didn't like the way
he's a white dude.
Yeah, I just didn't like what he kept bringing. He's like, you know what I'm saying?
So yours is the other way around. You didn't like his music, but you liked him.
Nah. He was a goofball, but his music was it was good, but just certain aspects of the music was is tomfoolery.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got talking about the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, dog, what's going on here?
That's funny.
Going to 10.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, shit. Damn.
Talking about how I'm in love with the black strippers. And I'm like, all right, bro.
We respect our black queens.
He's not throwing no money at nobody. He's posing in the mall with music videos with like $75 in his hand.
I want to see videos of just going to the street and the homeless.
You guys need to add a clip of what you're
saying. I'm gonna throw it up, but we're not trying to give him no clout, so we're gonna have the name muted.
We ain't hating on scriptures, but I'm just saying, man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hell yeah. There's some people that weren't very friendly to me that I'm like, they're still talented. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever channel like any energy from like just like any type of I don't know, any energy you feel? Do you channel that into the music you make? How do you implement that into your music?
I mean, I really just put my first solo rap record out like 2 weeks ago. So
under what name?
Murcii Miller.
And how do you spell that for people?
Murcii. Murcii Miller.
Murcii Miller. Yep. So what's the name of the single?
It's called Mini.
Mini. Okay.
Yeah.
Mini.
Yeah, Mini.
And that's on every
Like
platform. You can check that shit. Yep.
AK.
Like a Draco. Hell yeah. But no, especially out here in Seattle, I feel like a lot of people touch on a lot of the same subjects and stuff like that too. And I know you have plenty of records, and beyond your first rap record, you've done a lot of shit. And you actually have done a lot more than people can really even fathom sometimes, because I feel like you have many hats that you wear. So not only do you now rap, you're out with Murcii Miller as a solo rap artist. You've been in bands. You want to speak on some of the bands you've been a part of? And, that you just put an album out recently, actually.
Yeah. I was in a group called Autobots right out of high school. We played some shows and did some house shows and stuff, and that was like kind of the first band experience I ever had. And then I was in a like an alternative metal band for a little bit, playing like doing this is back when like having a DJ in the band was like dope. So I play keys and like DJ and shit, kind of like Deftones. It was kind of like that vibe, like Korn, Deftones, and we were called Vice Versa. It was a 5-piece. And then after that, I was in that rap group, Grand Rapids, I spoke on earlier, for a long time. And then the last group I was in was Dead Rich. Yeah, we just released our last. It was our first record called Squad Gold. Yeah, that's up now.
What genre would you classify that?
We'd always say like electronic pop, alternative.
Okay.
Yeah, pop, cool. Electronic, alternative.
What do you say is your favorite genre? Like, which one is really out of all? Because I feel like you've dabbled in a lot of different sounds and stuff. You have the joint out with Yes Alexander as well.
Yeah.
So that vibe, and then the stuff you do with Tezza Talks as well.
Yeah.
So you have different lanes that you can do. What's your go-to?
As far as producing goes, like I love producing. So like I like doing anything when it comes to production.
Okay.
So but when I'm most myself is doing electronic or rap or hip hop. So that's like trap, rap, hip hop. and then like electronic trap rap hip hop. That like mixture is my favorite.
Okay.
Absolutely. But then, you know, I love the wavier stuff I did with like Kingston and Blue Sky Black Death when I did the Caskets record with him and I, or you know, him and I did that record 2 Decembers ago.
And you had that on vinyl, right?
We were getting releases for that. We did some other stuff together that we do have on vinyl, but that record is not on vinyl, no.
Okay.
We were gonna do a short run, but he started a family and stuff, so he's doing his thing now. So we'll probably touch back on that.
Okay. What did you start doing first though, as far as on your music journey? What was the first thing?
The very first thing was I would say is like making beats. Yeah. Yeah. Just drum machine, little drum machine, making little loops and shit, nothing major. It was just
any producers that inspired you to get started? Like I'm sure
man, Timbaland and Pharrell were like the number ones right out the gate. Just you know, Star Trek, you know what I'm saying? Like Chad Hugo and then the Neptunes, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the like the highest point, like them, and then Timbaland at that time. Timbaland. Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember the name of your first beat and how that shit sounded?
The first beat?
The first joint.
I think it was just a number, bro, to be honest, because like it was in the Boss DR5 I had. First time I was like, damn, like I could probably do this shit. Like, you know, it was just a beat. It was probably like number like 20 something. Okay. And around like my 20th little loop thing, I was like, yeah, I might can do this shit.
Man, for the producers like listening in the YouTube viewership, so like as a producer, if you're not already a rapper, let's just say you're just producing, are you hearing rap lyrics in your head when you're making these beats? Like, how do you make, like, I don't know how to make a fucking beat. You know what I mean? I when I watch you, it's like The Matrix, and it's amazing to watch it, you know, just literally like let the beat build, because you're just watching it go from just a simple idea or having a conversation to like, you know, you're hearing a metronome and then boom, boom, everything, just a melting pot of shit. So like, explain that. Like, how do you make, like, what's the thought process?
Sometimes I'll literally just hit the, like, I write to a metronome. I don't even write to beats sometimes. Like, I'll write to the metronome. And then if I want to do something melodic, I'll try to find a beat because I need a melody to figure that out. But, so I can do it that way, but like most of the time I'll like just start by, like I was saying when we talked earlier, like just finding a sound and like start getting the groundwork together, just building the house, getting drums going and like a melody going, something light, and then if I'm like feeling it, then I'll start mumble vocal and like, okay, I'll be like, damn, yeah, that could be dope or whatever, and then when I do that, I can kind of hear the pocket of where the beat would be, like, or where your vocals could be on the beat, and then I'll start applying instruments with that pocketing. But yeah, I prefer, like, I when I start feeling, I'll get up and if I get up, I'm dancing and I'm just like, all right, cool. Then I know I'm working on something that I want to work on, you know, or that should be finished.
Yeah, when you feel like that. Yeah, that's some very high level thinking right there.
It is. Yeah. It really takes a gifted person to be able to put that together, and especially, you know, finding the right artist to get on them. And it's insane, man. As producers have come a long way too, as far as even recognition, because now producers are they have their own gigs and stuff. Like, producers are much bigger than I feel like they were in the 90s. It was kind of I wouldn't say hidden, but you didn't really know really who produced what, you know. And when you go back and look at credits now, you're like, damn, he produced that. Now it's like, bro, the artist wants to put produced by Metro Boomin or whatever, such and such. But yeah, so do you feel like where do you feel like you get the most love, and what like as a DJ, as an artist, as whatever, what do you feel like?
I feel like DJ the most easily, hands down, you know. And then the studio, I want to say they're damn near hand in hand. They might be just like, they might be tied, because like those are therapy sessions realistically, you know. I'm hearing people say stuff that they've never told other people, or right before they decide to tell people on record, you know? So I'm really, so like, yeah, I feel like that is real love right there, to be able to connect with an artist like that and have like, I hear the shit early, you know, and I help them through it too. So like, that's the realest love that there can be. But like, as far as like people showing love and like support and all that, man, it's the DJ scene, man, because like it's their party, it's not mine, you know. When I'm rapping or did stuff with groups and stuff, if they're a fan, they're a fan. If they're not, they're just coming to show support. You know what I'm saying? But when you DJ, it's like they're not just coming to show support. They think it's their party, it's their night. That's for them too. So like that, you know, I try to, with my rap stuff, you know, is try to make it seem like a party. So like, make it seem like it's not really for me, it's for them. And then, so like, that's why we try to do our first Dead Rich show we had, sponsored by Absolute, Red Bull, and Jameson, and
yeah.
they gave out free
all the Barboza joint, right?
Yeah, Barboza.
Remember that?
Our
Yeah,
very
that
first
shit was
show.
hard.
Sold out, like packed to the brim, but it was all free. Everything was free. Door was free. All drinks were free.
Damn.
Like that is the type of shit that make a person want to come. If you're like, oh yeah, it covers 15, and then once you get in, you buy some merch and you do the thing.
And you're tapped in with the music 100%.
Yeah,
it's
and
a great
like,
environment.
but that'll show you who's really rocking with you.
Oh,
or not.
yeah.
So like, I would rather you not even be on my mailing list then, if you don't want to be. But at the end of the day, like, I just try to make the event seem like it's for them. That's why the Toe Jam nights work hella well. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw rappers in there, or they'll throw performances into the mix, you know, or have people come and stuff. But literally, people show up because it's a social event for them, you know.
That they get to enjoy, yeah.
Damn, that's so.
And then you just capitalize off of that as well, and you make fans that way too. So
Artists, that's some game right there. That's some game he just said. If you want more engagement, if you want more of a following, more love from your fans, make the music have a little bit more about, you know, let them be able to tap in more. Yeah, be more inclusive.
Exactly. Very true, man.
It's genius.
Well, where's the rap career gonna go next? What is your next move? So you had the first single out.
Yeah.
You had it on the radio the other night.
Yeah, I was on
which is
UK
fucking huge.
FM radio.
It's fucking amazing.
UK, yeah.
Okay.
This was day before yesterday. I think it was on Friday. Shouts out to Mary Grimes. She runs a grime night. I think it's 10. I have to check it for sure, but
damn, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah, they fucking played this shit. It was Murcii Miller. Like,
do you feel like that shit? Would you count that as grime? Would you feel like I feel like that it could be accepted.
So what I came to the conclusion is like I have a proper tone. You know what I'm saying? I speak like properly. So like I don't have a southern draw. I don't have an accent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from the East Coast. I mean, I kind of got the South End Sammy. I got the South End Sammy. I do got that. Like, but I grew into that, you know, whatever. But my family's from Grand Rapids, like Michigan and stuff. So, like, I don't have, like, a real accent like that. I'm from the West Coast. So I have, like, a L.A., you know what I'm saying, type of Southern SoCal surfer boy type voice, you know?
Okay.
So when I rap, what I noticed is that I've had women, you know, listen to music and be like, oh, you don't sound like a rapper to me or whatever. Because, like, I have, like, this proper tone. They can't hear the... whatever, all the shit I just said, but so what I noticed is like I feel like the fan base that'll really fuck with my shit is the UK scene because like they're real proper with the tone. My verses be wordy sometimes. My bars kind of you have to kind of think about my punchlines a little bit more. So like I feel like not like in a better way or not, but I just like I write a little complexly, like sometimes to my fault, like it makes a song not as catchy like verse wise or whatever. Like, but that's shit that they like over in the UK, which is what I learned. And I only came to this conclusion really in the last week or so since.
What about Tech Nine?
Oh, see, well, his thing is a little bit different, man.
He's like, pretty proper though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Like very, like you know.
Yeah, people, but that's what I'm saying. It's like it's either that, though, you know. Like I don't necessarily want to consider myself a strange music artist in any way.
Well, I mean, as far as every kind of like, I wouldn't say every because he definitely has his like, you know, his.
A lot
crowd,
of people don't like Tech Nine.
I
grew up. That was my favorite artist. Like,
but if you look at East, West, North, South, he has a fan base all over. It's nationwide, so it's not. Yeah, it's not in every single pocket. Like we might not. I mean, he does good out here when he comes out here, right?
People, hell yeah, he comes out here.
So people fuck with him out here and shit like that. But it's like, you know, you don't have to dominate every single market. You know what I mean? Yeah. So do you feel like it's more so about like, because obviously an artist has to think about like how people are gonna perceive this shit if it's even gonna go anywhere. It has to be, you know, something that people are gonna fuck with. But at the same time, how much more does it mean that like the artist needs to really love it, and that needing to be. If an artist really wants to be as authentic as he wants to be, I feel like it would have to be true to his music and his you know his goal with the music. Yeah. So if you fuck with your music, I feel like you can just tell people. Yeah. That this is the shit that we're on. Fam. Yeah. I'm hot.
Man, I'm optimistic, man. I really am, bro. I am hella optimistic. But it's just like I really do feel like there's a type like they don't glorify the thug culture like we do out here. They don't glorify like.
Don't think so, bro. Gigs?
They really don't, though.
Gigs is talking some street shit. I get what you're saying.
They say stuff, but
I know what you're saying.
But their culture is loosely based on doing that, and it's partly, you know, because like there are hoods out there, you know what I'm saying, and all that. But I'm just saying, like in my terms, it's like I'm optimistic that the U.S. is gonna fuck with what I'm doing. They didn't really get any U.S. love like that until like now, and then Complex and Noisy and them guys barely are just saying that grime is like the new uprising trend, grime. And it's like grime's been hitting
Grime is its own thing
a long ass time ago. But it's the same type of shit that Skrillex did with dubstep. That used to be a UK thing, or is a UK thing, and then he made it into dubstep. They called it bro step, whatever the fuck. But that's the whole point. Is like I feel like the style that I'm doing is it could be considered a US grime style. You know what I'm saying? Like just the way the presentation as far as cadences go, switching the tones and doing all that type of shit. But like I don't know. I learned that every UK blog or anything that I've submitted my shit to so far, all being yes.
Isn't that
but the US ones ain't fucking with me like that.
Huh? That's very fucking
so
interesting,
far,
man.
But that's my first song. I don't know. My next song might be different.
It could be the same. You hear a lot of artists that have that same effect, man. If we're talking like on a bigger scale, it's like a lot of times like another country or state or somebody has to fuck with you more before you get your big break. For people to really see. You know what I mean?
But it's just important to know why, and I think that's why to me, like all those different things, and then the beat choice, like the shit I be putting in my beats and shit. Is like, got a lot of electronic feel. Like I come from DJing electronic and doing that type of shit, so I want to rap over that type of stuff too.
Yeah.
So like, synth wave shit or whatever, I might want to do that too. And like,
I feel like you transcend genres, and I feel like that's like one of the things that's happening now. You can't even really identify a lot of artists now because of like Post Malone or the Lil Nas X's and just the newer ones, whatever. It's like the genres are not very clear anymore. You know what I mean? So I feel like there is no boundaries. So you can really be the artist that comes out and says, I love all this shit. I put all that shit together. Yeah. And here is this.
That's my
and this
shit.
Is what we're on now, guys. And they've done it. Bro, the wave changes. Like, the wave changes. So, like, people are literally deciding they're in the studio with their friends and they're coming up with this shit. I'm sure at some point they're in the studio like, and the Migos were like, oh, shit. This shit hard, bro. And we heard something. We took this, that, and the third, and now we're like this over this type of production, and we're from here. Those elements together is why it pops. So if you're bringing something new, bro, if you have enough people, not even just enough people, but if you have, I feel like this is a gift for music, though, bro. I feel like this is something that triggers. I feel like any real musician that's watching this shit, not to go off on a tangent, there's a certain gift that you're given just for anything in life if you have a gift over somebody just learning it. So with music, I feel like something triggers in your head. It's the same thing that happens when you're making beats, because not everybody can just sit there and not hear shit and not talk to nobody, but all of a sudden you got this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's the same thing with music, fam. Like, you know what I mean? If you it triggers in your brain.
For newer artists, when your music isn't what is comfortable to the listener, it's kind of harder to get them to be a fan. There's a lot of people that don't listen to music to like push what they're comfortable with or their boundaries. There's not a lot of people that listen that adamantly go out and search for new music. Like, let me hear what's this. People just like whatever they heard on the radio, and if this sounds like a Chris Brown song, then I'm gonna fuck with it.
Well, they say that the genres and the times change with the beats. They change with the beats first, and then people adapt a new style through the cadences, because that's because of the pocketing of the beats, like that evokes some type of emotion from you.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I mean, if you can start genre mash and shit, blending the genres with your rap like that, that ultimately is a plus. Like when you and I did Closure.
Yeah,
that's the type of shit right there. Like it's like a UK garage type, upbeat, type
future
of
bass.
Yeah,
I guess I don't even know what.
Future bass. Yeah,
a whole different thing.
Type of vibe. Yeah, and but he's still spitting though. He's still saying shit on and still doing the record, and but that just helps him tap in a different like every blog he got was one a Brazilian blog or something. Argentina, yeah, Argentina proper Spotify playlist,
and that's
too.
To your point. People fucked with it more there than in the United States.
Because
we're from the United States,
but because the beat and the cadence and the vibe and the tone.
Facts.
So like that's what I feel like my shit doesn't quite match up with some of the stuff in the US. So I think like ultimately like blending the genres would be to any artist's advantage. Especially if the pesos and the pounds is still dollars. You feel me? Like the shit.
True. It's still add up.
It's still gonna be the same money. It transfers. They got the exchange joint at the airport right now. You can go. You know what I'm saying? So,
music is an interesting thing, man. There's a lot that goes into it. You know what I mean? But as far as this conversation though, just like as an artist now, and you're putting out the rap records and stuff like that. What's next? What's your next like goal? Like, you've accomplished a lot of things in a lot of time. Like, what is next for you though, for real? Like, what do you have your eyes set on, you know, as far as like just fulfilling your destiny and what you've, you know, set out to do?
Well, like, we're team No Sleep at the studio where I'm at, and the homie Alter and Tezza Talks, like some of the stuff I've done with them, and then a lot of the splits that I have with some other artists that I've worked with and stuff. That all of that is my next goal, is to like probably find a young artist that I could like start helping, and then continue making this new rap stuff that I'm working on, and then just like getting my streaming money up higher. It's starting to look like it's possible now. Like I'm seeing a number now, like monthly. So now it's like it's starting to add up to me, and I'm learning all the back end stuff. Is just getting better at my my promotion tactics, and like getting blog support, and like finding out how to get on the playlist, or just continue getting on the playlist, but like finding new ones and better ways to continue marketing. Because it's just product. I just need to try to move it. So that's just my plan, is to just keep moving and try and get the streams up, and then start gaining more.
You think there's enough in Seattle to offer you to be able to go, you know, where you need to go, or do you feel like you really do have to be branching out, using the internet and going other places?
See, but that's why I started the Murcii. Yeah, that's why I started with the Murcii Miller thing. I started it because I'm not even marketing it at Seattle at all. The whole plan is just to market it on the internet. That's it. That's the plan. So like, playing shows is not on the top of my list right now. Obviously, this podcast is like, I really am thankful to be on here for sure. But because we're talking about a bunch of different things. But if you're talking about just my rap stuff, I'm not even really marketing that here. Not that any slight or anything. It's just something I haven't done. I already been in all those bands and all those groups, and we played the shows, and we played the free shows and the sponsors and the things.
Yeah.
I'm playing events all the time. I'm playing 3 times next week. I'm at Snoqualmie. I'm out on the Hill. I'm in Ballard. I'm all
about it.
Yeah.
I said talk about it.
Talk about it.
Bands is booked up. That's good.
I'm all over everywhere. I'm playing all over. I'm DJing for other artists as well. I got records coming out with them and stuff.
Hey.
So I think that Seattle, as far as it goes, if they're not supporting me yet, if Seattle's not supporting me yet, then I'm never gonna get the support. Never. It's over. I've already done enough. I think more than enough. More than a lot of people have. So if Seattle's not rocking with me, and they don't want to put me in the editorials, they don't want to give me the cover to the whatever. Even I'll take the you know, whatever.
You think it's because you're just hella dope?
No, I don't know, man. I think a lot of people think I just have it together. Some shit.
Jealousy.
But I do need help. And I do need support, and I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I feel like they think that I like already have it going, or like they'd be like, I don't really, or it'd be better to focus on someone else, maybe.
A lot of artists feel that way.
I just feel like maybe that's the case.
That makes sense when you say things like that,
because somebody holler at me, strangers, somebody, you know, I'm down with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, I do appreciate this where I need the support, but I haven't been focused on it. I've been focused on helping other people get to where they need to go. But yeah,
you see,
that's dope, man.
There's a lot of things the game is fucked up sometimes, because sometimes it doesn't matter how much you put in, you might not get as much as you put in.
As much as you invest, no.
But
it's a gamble.
If you keep going though, all the shit that you have to do, like all the people that you have to meet and all the things you have to do and all the lucrative shit, I feel like it really could just be in your favor if you keep going though, because a lot of people, it's very easy to just give up on. It's very hard to make it. But it's super fucking easy to give up.
But that's what it is about, versatility and all that. Like we said, like all the artists that might be listening to this podcast, where it's like, man, do all the things you can do. Like I am rapping, I'm making beats, I'm DJing, I'm playing shows, I'm helping other artists, I'm teaching kids, I'm doing everything. And like that's just to help other people, but at the same time, it's to help me. You know, and I think like the more things you can do, even if it's like if you rap, then try to sing too.
There you go.
Or you know what I'm saying? Or if you do rap, try and make beats. Like, you know, you don't have to do all the shits, but like at least if you at the end of the day don't just rap though.
Be multifaceted. Have something else to offer. Something else to bring to the table.
Too. The homie Perry paints. You know what I'm saying? He raps, he paints. I think he also makes beats too and shit. Like so I think that's where we're at in 2019. You gotta have it used to be like how are you not big? You have one job, but like now you're not big because you don't have enough jobs. You need more jobs. You need more jobs. You gotta do more things.
Stay busy.
It's difficult. Or just be putting out a shit crazy ton of like content with a team that makes it look like you're doing a lot of things too.
There's
like,
that too.
That's things I see a lot of too. Or like, you know, again, you know, strong ass promotion on your end all the time. I see videos coming out all the time. Those are the people that I look up to. There's a lot of other artists in the scene that I just see a lot of that going on. A lot of videos, photo shoots all the time. I see them out and stuff like that's how it's gonna you know, be solid for you.
But you're doing that shit. Like, you've done a lot. You're still doing it. That's the thing. I feel like even if you look even a year back or even 6 months, the fact that you've already thought about these things and you're already actively doing it, you can only get bigger and you can only be more, you know, because you get accustomed to it because you're doing it. It's like it's a repetition. You know what I mean?
Snowball.
Yeah, it's a snowball effect. So if it's something you weren't doing before, if you're doing it now, it absolutely adds something to your value in what you're doing because you weren't doing it. Either you weren't doing it before or not as much.
And it'll help you make better art in all the other
Yeah.
areas too. Those things, because then like if you start having experience in making beats, you'll understand the pocketing more. You might hear things you didn't hear, or like if you start doing poetry and you only make beats, but you kind of dabble with you fuck with the poetry a little bit, or like you want to rap, but you can't, you know, you're not used to doing it. Like if you do that, your other talents will exceed or will start growing as well because you know.
Check out Murcii Miller, Qreepz on Spotify, all platforms. You know, he got a bunch of different collab stuff. He has a lot of stuff coming out. So just look out for the name, man.
So a lot of, man. I before this day, I knew you just as a name. So it's a pleasure to meet you as a person.
Yeah,
you too, my bro.
Looking forward to see what you cook up. For
Thank
sure.
you. Hell yeah.
Episode 12.
Yeah, this has been episode 12 of the Hip Hop Saddle Podcast. We bouncing out. It's Cal Nadi.
It's your boy, Miss High Definition, Henry 100K. It's your boy.
Murcii Miller, Qreepz, J Battle.
Walk across stage, tell them niggas get out the way. Many, are you okay? Many, are you okay? Wait, Mini, Draco, Mini, AK. Many, are you okay? Many, are you okay? Wait, moonwalk across stage, tell them niggas get out the way. Many, are you okay? Many, are you okay? Wait, Mini, like a Draco, Mini, AKA. Unborn dead with a foreign, never catch me snoring on my way. Tell her look me in the face. If she want more, catch a case. Like I got a few rocks in my tube socks and we on the same page. Tell that bitch run through the maze. When you get the cheese, let me out of this cage. We can call her defense to stop the weekend from coming. I'm coming, I'm weekend. I wanna give her a baby, a seed named Minnie. I'm stuck in the city, yeah. But shit, you been out in the lake. Thought you was keeping me safe. Gave you the keys to the place. All of my love with the waves. All of my love with the waves. Just wanna know that you safe. Minnie, are you okay? Minnie, are you okay? Wait. Moonwalk across stage. Tell them niggas get out the way. Minnie, are you okay? Minnie, are you okay? Wait. Minnie, Draco, Minnie, AK. Minnie, are you okay? Minnie, are you okay? Wait. Moonwalk across stage. Tell them niggas get out the way. Minnie, are you okay? Minnie, are you okay? Wait. Minnie, like a Draco, Minnie, AKA. 762X39 brass to my heart. Could've kept it cool, could've told the truth, that wasn't hard. I really thought me and you was going hard from the start. Shit, damn, I thought you wanted this art. Huh, I thought you liked my car. I could've took you to a one-way out to Mars. I'm on my mission, you thought it was capitalism. Took you on shrimp to get all the McChicken. Now we going to war.